If your morning starts with stress, scrolling emails, chasing problems, reacting before your feet even hits the floor, this video is for you. I used to live in that cycle and honestly, it broke me. Until I built a routine that pulled me out of survival mode and gave me space to actually lead again. Let me show you how it changed everything for me. Hi, my name's Trevor. I built a busy, multi-award winning restaurant and cocktail bar from scratch without any background in hospitality. I just figured it out as I went, head down, full throttle, but over time, the pressure took hold. There were years when I felt like I was just reacting to everything, constantly on edge, waking up anxious, and starting each day already behind. I was drinking too much, sleeping too little, and snapping at the people that I loved. Eventually, the anxiety turned into full-blown panic attacks, and the worst of which happened while I was driving with my wife, and that was the wake-up call for me. One of the first changes I made, my mornings, because the way I started my day was fueling everything that followed. It wasn't about hustle or hacks, it was about finding calm and creating control, and choosing how I show up for the day. The first thing I did is I stopped picking up my phone. This was probably one of the hardest things. Like most of us, the first thing I did when I woke up was just check my phone. I had messages from staff from the night before, I had emails from suppliers from that morning, booking requests and problems waiting to be solved. That one act hijacked my nervous system before I even got out of bed. So I stopped cold. Now the first thing I do when I wake up is breathe. That's it. Eyes open, one deep breath, and then I say my affirmations. Morning affirmations and why they work. I used to think affirmations were a bit fluffy, but I found a way to make them mine. Just one or two sentences I repeat when I wake up and before I go to bed. Mine change depending on what I need. So sometimes it's, I don't need to do it all to be enough, or I can lead with clarity and still protect my peace, or one of a dozen other things that really helps me get on with my day and feel like I'm in control. Starting the day with your own words, not someone else's demands, is so powerful. It puts you back into the driver's seat. The third thing I do is I feed my dog and I move my body. Routine gives structure, but familiarity gives comfort. For me, it starts with feeding the dog, letting her out, and making a tea. Then I go to my quiet spot, just me and that tea, and I do 10 minutes of guided breathwork or meditation. Not because I'm spiritual, not because I'm disciplined, but because I needed a way to slow my brain down before the day sped it up again. After that, I go to the gym, not for aesthetics, just for momentum. Movement clears the fog. I don't go hard, I go often, and then I take the dog for a proper walk. And that's the end of my morning setup, and by that point, I'm me again. The routine doesn't need to be perfect, it needs to be yours. I want to be really clear about this. Your morning doesn't have to look like mine. It doesn't need to involve meditation or journaling or breath work if that's not your thing. What matters is that it's intentional, that it gives you the space before the world gets noisy, that it grounds you in who you are before you become who everyone needs you to be. Even 10 minutes can make a difference. This routine changed how I lead. I became less reactive, less impatient, less clouded by the chaos of the moment. When my team came to me with a problem, I actually had the capacity to be able to deal with it. Not just a quick fix or a tired sigh, but actually space to lead. It made me a better husband too, a better friend, a better boss. And the best part, it reminded me that I still had control over something, even when the business felt overwhelming. And that feeling of being grounded is worth everything. If you're thinking, I don't have time for morning routines, that's probably exactly why you need one. I've built a free school community for hospitality owners and managers where we talk about stuff like this. You'll find tools to my morning structure planner, journaling prompts, boundary scripts, and a whole crew of people who actually get it. You don't have to figure this out alone. The link's in the description, so come and join us. You don't need to start big. You can start small, and you just got to keep showing up for yourself. You carry a lot. You deserve the tools and the support to carry it well. You matter too, don't forget that.